Okay, we are here at Bay Area Gymnastics for yet again another Friday's session. What does Rob not have? Hello, a tripod. So we're going to figure that out. And we're going to start on the bar. So let's go. All right, Flip, you have any cues for getting my hips up? I want to cast into handstand before. I'm going to try straddle only because I never really even thought about straddle. It's going to be so random. Like, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm about to do it. Okay. Okay, Flip gave me the cue to straddle to get hips higher. However, I still have a commitment issue with my hips getting over. But it was so fascinating to see my attempt at that because it showcased how much more shapes I need to work on, even down to my feet, where my feet are more as in an L shape than straight, because that's how I feel I need to, the part of the body I need to use to get up and not hips. So that was a fascinating feeling to see. Now I want to try to do it with bent knees. I really want to emphasize on these two next reps, trying to get my hips up higher and higher. But I am super proud of myself for getting over after taking 4 or 5 attempts at swinging. So let me try bent knees and see how that goes. Okay, so this is a successful attempt if I can hold my knees to my chest as long as possible, get my hips up just a slightly bit higher, and at least get over one time. Successful attempt. That's all I need. I don't need a thighs on giants right now. I need hip slides. Okay. Okay, that was a huge success for one, because of how uncomfortable the dismount was, and to still find the strength and the shapes to get over. And two, to notate how my hips are really not coming up. In my head, I'm pushing my hips so much higher, but in reality, I'm rushing that completely. Just like I'm notating in my wrist, I'm trying to flick my wrist around and fling my body with it as a tail instead of holding the shape, which takes longer, but keeps proper shape and proper function of the giant. So there's a lot of nuances with gymnastics with the shape. That's why I really have so much more to learn as far as body awareness rather than strength. However, I'm super happy that my strength is being showcased with being able to get over, even though not having a comfortable dismount. So I'm gonna try one more time, bent knees. And honestly, I would prefer if I go forward and then try to start my giant from dead swing than to not get my hips up. So I'm going to try my best to even flip myself over the front way. So let's see what that looks like. I'm trying. So my hips did not go up at all the last 2 attempts, even though they were completely different. I tried straddle, I tried knees in. So now I'm gonna try to flip myself over. Like hopefully I can catch myself into handstand before I fall and then swing down. But that's the cue I'm giving myself right now. Another great advice. Next week, we're doing a side angle so I can see my shapes a little better. So also what I just notated from seeing that was there was a slight improvement, almost pausing from being a little higher than normal. However, nowhere near where I need to be. So I'm going to figure that out. We're going to keep working on that. That's why I come every Friday to keep improving. But the biggest highlights for today's Giants was all 3 attempts were completely different, and I was still able to get over. So that shows my strength is there, my understanding of shapes enough, and enough squeeze to get over. Now it's time to perfect it. I don't have to wait to be perfect to start, but to be perfect, you have to start. And perfect never exists. So you just keep going, you keep going, you keep doing your best. So let's keep getting today's practice going. Oh, shit. Okay. 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 Okay, honestly, that last rep had me in my head of what did that look like? Because I'm trying to tuck up, twist down, and I watched it real time. I was like, wait, what just happened? And then I had to frame by frame it. I did fairly well. So now I have to work on keeping my legs a little straighter out of my round off. I worked on getting them closer, now trying to get them straighter. And then from there, honestly, just repping that out. And then maybe progression. If not, I might even degress to a couple of the exercises I was working on last week. However, I'm loving this progression for today. So let's keep that going. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, this was like a propeller. It says, whoosh. Okay. Great cues from a great friend. I'm here learning progression. Honestly, I think that's my best layout ever. So let me watch it really quick. That was the absolute best layout of my entire life. Thanks so much, Ellie. Right here, walking across underneath the sign, giving me great cues. Let's go. Oh no, the mat. Oh no, wait, I feel so good. One of the first conversations I had today was with Ellie, and we always have a conversation, what you're working on today. And today's conversation was, I want my floor to look like yours. And that was the best floor ever that actually looked like hers. Ellie, can you give us a full? Right here. Watch, you'll see. What? Hey, you see those lines? They're so crisp. I'm coming. Let's go. Oh, I whipped that. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was way better. Okay. Okay, I'm super happy at my round off. It needs to get around a little bit more for me. I'm happy with my set. I'm going a little higher. I want to go a tad bit higher, and it really comes from emphasizing my hands all the way up. And also with emphasizing my hands all the way up, I have more control of how I cut and guide through air. Whereas if I'm only here going up instead of here, I don't really have as much control because I'm not able to bring down with the same amount of force and other things. And then from there, it's about awareness of where I am in the twist. And also I want to squeeze my legs just a little bit more. They are slightly bent. However, these are great reps. So let's keep working. Okay. I need to straighten my legs though. Oh, this whole time. Oh. Okay. It's 8:30 here at Area Gymnastics. So time for one singular pass left. I want it to be the straightest, cleanest fold of the night. So let's get it going. That was a very high double back, sir. Let's go. Ah! Ah! It was nice though. It was nice. Nonetheless, I still got it around. Okay. Although not a stick, I tried my best to emphasize straight. However, I honestly have no idea where I was. So a lot more reps need to be done. However, I've seen the air awareness increase. The layouts help tremendously of understanding what straight feels like. And then the tumble track also allows me to not be as strong as I need to be to do certain things. So I really need to put much more emphasis on being straight on the tumble track. So I'm super glad and proud of today's practice. Less reps, but much more mindfulness of what I'm doing and watching it in real time so I can improve real time. I'd rather do 10 as best reps as possible than do 30 just trying to get reps in. So I'm glad I'm in that phase of my journey where I can actually focus on critiquing it. So we're out. We'll see them when?
Friday.
They're not as happy as they should be because they didn't get in the air today. However, they were still here. They did homework. They're doing, their scholarly duty. So, great session today. Right flip. We're trying. And Ellie's somewhere off in the distance. So, we'll see y'all next Friday. Come expand yourself here at Bay Area Gymnastics Friday, 6:30 to 8:30, or just pick up a book. Do something productive on a Friday night. See you next Friday.